Good morning. This is Kamera again. We're on day number 103. 1 Kings 3 through 5. So that's 1 Kings chapter 3, 4, and 5. King Solomon is in position now. That's King David's son. Right off the bat, guys. Right off the bat, he marries an Egyptian. He makes an alliance with Egypt, the king of Egypt, and he marries his daughter and brings her back to the city of David with him. See, the problem with that off the bat is God told the children of Israel not to marry anyone outside of their own, only because of influences of different gods to serve, different types of worship, different beliefs, and you see how that turns out. So right off the bat, Solomon started off wrong with that one. Solomon, he was first of all, I'm going to say, like his dad said, you're wise. He was smart from the bat. He was given a position of being a king. That's a huge responsibility. And God's people on top of that. So given that big responsibility, and a person who definitely took pride in what he did, his responsibility, he sought the one who could give him all his answers, could help him through this whole position. So the Bible says that he loved God, and he followed all of God's decrees. But this is the thing. This boy, now, it said he did exactly, he followed decrees just like David. He did one thing that David didn't do. He went to the places of worship, the local places of worship. I'm thinking, they had some churches up in that place, right? Anyway, they had local places of worship, and that's where he would have his burnt offering or whatnot. This one instance, King Solomon did 1,000 burnt offerings. That night, God visited him. What do you want, Solomon? Solomon's like, I got this kingdom here. I don't know Jack. I don't want to fail. I need to know how to rule these people. I need wisdom on what to do. I need to know what is right, what is wrong. Right? I remember having that prayer with my daughter, my teenage daughter. Lord, I've never been a parent of a 6-year-old. I need help. Because everybody had their opinion on how I should have done it. But Solomon went to the source. And that is so true. We see, Lord, I don't know how to be a wife. I need your guidance to be the best wife I can be. I don't know how to be this minister you want me to be. I want to do good for you. God was so pleased with that prayer. And so what he did was he said, Solomon, you could have asked for riches, fame. You could have asked that I kill off your enemies. But you didn't ask for those things. You asked that you ask for wisdom to lead my people. And because you did that, and you were not selfish in this, I am going to bless you with more wisdom, more knowledge than any king before you and any king after you. I'm going to not only bless you with wisdom and knowledge, but I'm going to also bless you with fortune and fame. You're going to be richer than any other king in your time, and more famous than any king during your time. And so, God was very pleased with that, and he blessed him with wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. But this is the thing, though. Solomon was like, oh, that was a dream. The next morning, he's like, oh, that was a dream. I love it. So get this. Solomon, he had this situation with these two prostitutes. They both had babies, infants. One of the prostitutes, her baby died. She must have rolled over the baby and killed him. Now, this is what Solomon had to deal with. They bring it to the king. One of them, their baby died, and she switched the babies. This is what the lady says. She switched the babies. She tells Solomon that this other prostitute lost her baby and switched babies during the night. She went to go breastfeed her baby, and her baby she discovered was dead. when morning came, she realized that was not her baby. She looked at that baby. That's not my baby. The other prostitute had switched babies with her and gave her her dead baby. And so, yeah, King Solomon was like, okay, how do I get to? I didn't do any such thing. This is my baby. So Solomon was like, okay, this is what we'll do. Someone give me a sword. Let's go ahead and divide this baby in half, and they each get a piece of the baby, right? This one woman says, oh, no, she can have the baby. She can have the baby. The other person says, oh, that's right. We'll each get a piece of the baby. Solomon, King Solomon, he says, don't kill the baby. The one who wanted the baby to survive, she is the true mother. That is so true, though. That is so true. I mean, this lady didn't even think about where Solomon was going with that. And why would you want to slice a baby? She really was a wicked person. First of all, to switch babies. Anyway, the point of it is, that was his first display that we are aware of his wisdom. He gained popularity all over the place. Things they said about Solomon in this section here are that he was known to be very wise, very knowledgeable. God gave him so much wisdom, so much knowledge, so much understanding that the Bible says that it's as vast as the sand on the seashore. Kings from all over other nations would send their ambassadors to Solomon just to listen to what he does. He sounds like a teacher, right? There was no war during the time of Solomon's lifetime. Also, it said that Solomon ruled over all of Judah, all of Israel. But I'm almost certain I read where it expanded, his authority expanded to even to the borders of Egypt, all over. I mean, it's like even the Philistines' land. He ruled that far, and those areas, those areas outside of the children of Israel territory. It said that he ruled a lot of those areas, and they would pay him tribute as well, financial tribute. So, oh my God, this Solomon, the Bible says that he was just wise in everything, animals, everything you could think of. Solomon was very knowledgeable in. Solomon was very wise. Let me just tell you that Solomon also, I don't know if you guys remember this, but when back in a few books, remember when the children of Israel first wanted a king? One of the things that Samuel had told them was that this king gonna have you working for him and all that, working for his pleasure or whatever. Well, in this case, you start to see how Solomon was wise. He created this huge workforce. The first thing, though, is that he had made an alliance with one of David's friends. I forgot his name, Hiram or what have you. They were known for having the best timber, the best cedar and cypress. Solomon made an alliance with him that he supply all the cedar and all the cypress, the timber, so that he can build the tabernacle. Remember, David had wanted to build the tabernacle for the Lord. But God said, your son is the one who's going to do that. So Solomon approaches David's old good buddy, old pal, old friend, and they make an alliance where he will supply Solomon with all the timber he needs, and Solomon would supply him with this huge amount of food source. He would also pay this guy's workers a wage to assist with the labor. So this is the thing, though. It says that Solomon built like a 30,000 men laborer to, I guess, to help in that land. I think it was of Sidon. Sorry, you guys better read this word so you can get it right, okay? But this is the thing. He had 3 shifts. 3 shifts, that's how they called it. So it was 30,000 men, 3 shifts. 10,000 would go for a month, right? And then Uh, 10,000 would go for a month, and he would stay home for 2 months. So that second month, there's another 10,000. The third month, then 10,000 would go. But again, those is 3 shifts. Work 1 month, be off 2 months. Be home 2 months. It talks about the amount of people he had, a workforce he had working, like I guess the local laborers, the common laborers had like 70,000. And then he had like 80,000 quarry workers, because the way they would get the timber to Jerusalem is that they would build, I guess, some type of way. Once they cut them down, they would make them into rafts to sail over into Jerusalem. They had a plan. And he had 3,600 foremen. So, yeah. In the books to come, you're going to see everything. I mean, everything that Solomon did with those in building the tabernacle. But this boy, he was very wise. He was very knowledgeable, complete understanding of so much. And what's beautiful about that is that it came from God. He thought it was a dream at first, right? Thought it was a dream. And the Bible says he loved the Lord. And there was peace there in his entire lifetime. Yeah. So those are some things about Solomon. That's what the word started off today, talking about what Solomon had done, where his spiritual life was at that time, and some of the things that he had done. Yeah. So yeah, guys, that's day number 103. First, I keep wanting to say Second King, but First King, chapters 3 through 5. Okay. So you guys have a God-filled, blessed day.